I'm sitting in the park at the Parc Floral de Paris. It's just by Vincennes Chateau. After the rigs of yesterday, I really wanted a quiet sort of green day today. So this is where I've come. I'm going to spend the day here, just walking around and having a look and hopefully doing some painting. So I'm just sitting on a bench in the shade, which is really refreshing. And I'm going to have a go at painting these trees. I've got my little watercolour pad here and my paints. So I'll do it in stages and come back to you. I've mixed a lemon yellow with some cerulean blue for a very pale lime green, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight in with a brush. Actually, I'm using a water brush, so I'm going to go in and just start putting some, just to get this right so I can see what I'm doing and filming at the same time. I'm going to go in and just put some vague shapes in. And I'm just putting some bits of the green in, and I'm squirting water out as I go so you can dilute your wash. It's a bit of strange pigment got in there. You can dilute your wash as you go. Now, the branches are mostly horizontal-ish, so I'm going to make shapes going across. Lots of people in the park today. It's such a beautiful day. Let's get a little bit more colour here. Just drop it in. It's quite different to painting in my studio from a photograph and painting plein air and filming at the same time. So I may have to come off and concentrate for a bit, but I will come back to you and I will take pictures as I go. I've got quite a bit of green on there now. Let's just see if I can go a bit further out of... what I need to do now, I need to put some tree trunks in, I think, so I can see where I'm going. One of the nice things about using a water brush is that you can squirt more water out as you go, making your wash paler. Keep an eye on when you make a mix of lemon yellow and cerulean blue. They do separate on the palette, so you have to give them a stir. Now I'm going to put some trunks in, and I'm not going to be too faithful to that. As you can imagine, it's not really relevant. What I'm doing is I'm picking up an idea and a feeling. So I'm going to put some trunks in, and that will help me then start to form what is otherwise just lots of green blobs. I am starting to build up some colour now. For the trunks and the branches, I've used raw umber with some Payne's grey, and I continued it without cleaning my brush down to the shadows. And I'm just going to go up to have another look at the trees. And as we do, there is a delightful little party of children. There's a lot of groups of children in the park today. I've just been chatting to one of the teachers. So it's a beautiful day, you've got to come out into nature. So here they come, bless them. 2 by 2, holding hands with their little luminous jackets. Bonjour, madame. So an interesting diversion to my painting plein air, which I'm really enjoying. I reckon I didn't. So you can start getting an idea. I mean, this doesn't bear any resemblance to what's out there in front of me, but that doesn't matter. The pleasure is in the doing, the looking, and the creating a scene from what you've got. Well, this is starting to come on, and I'm quite pleased with how that's going. As I say, it doesn't really look like that, but it's not what it's about. It's about learning to look. It's about making the right marks and getting the right colours. I've also added where I wanted some darker green for the shading underneath, a bit of Payne's grey to the existing green. And now I'm going to simply join up the patches of green with lots of branches. I haven't bothered with any blue because the sky is so bright there's hardly any colour in it. And as a footnote, I'd like to say that as long as I've been sitting here for about half an hour maybe, nobody has come up to have a look at what I'm doing, so please don't let that concern stop you from having a go. This is quite difficult for me to film and paint and talk and do that at the same time. So really the only good way to come and learn how to paint plein air with me is to come on one of my painting holidays. Lots of different places and times. You'll find full details at www.painting-holidays-france.com. I will take a photo of this when it's finished, and I hope you've enjoyed this video live tutorial. Thank you.